On April the 22nd, 2023, the big moment has come in Elblag, this Polish city, formerly my town of birth, Elbing, that my artwork Angel Above Elblag, Elbing, is being unveiled.
Dass mein Werk Engel über Elblag, Elbing feierlich enthüllt wird.
It is a bright day with incredibly beautiful light and sun, with wonderful warmth for those many guests who have gathered at the station square in Elblag. I am in a very special mood, as this artwork has by now had a long history. That is, the creation of this angel already began in 2008, when I prepared my exhibition for the town of my birth, Elbing. It was my single exhibition in former St. Mary's Church, where I was baptized and which now houses the Art Center.
Einzelausstellung in der ehemaligen St. Marienkirche, meiner Taufkirche, die jetzt das Kunstzentrum beherbergt. Das ist die Galeria EL, also L.
It is Galeria L, spelled E-L. As the final artwork for this exhibition, I created an angel for this ancient town. This angel was to bring my best wishes to this city, meaning protection, blessings, peace and reconciliation. And it was very fortunate that this picture, the colored woodcut, drew considerable attention at the exhibition.
Auch damals in der Ausstellung viel beachtet wurde.
It was in Gdansk in 2015 that I heard about the European art project Road of Peace in Europe, which had been conceived by Otto Freundlich, the famous great painter and sculptor. That inspired me to begin creating my colored woodcut, Road of Peace. In autumn, in October that year, I could present this woodcut in Moscow at the International Conference of the Röhrig Pact, being the pact for the protection of international cultural heritage. I was invited there by the International Center of the Röhrigs in Moscow. As politics changed there to a great extent, and those contacts were no longer possible, I decided to dedicate my artwork, Angel Above Elblag, Elbing, to the town of my birth and to work on that project. It is a great honor and joy for me that I was permitted to present an angel for protection and reconciliation to this city, which has always been especially fascinating for me. It was developed from the Gothic period. My parents' house, in which I was born, dated back to 1249, and the building of ancient St. Mary's Church was started in the same year as Cologne Cathedral in 1246. That is where Elblag Art Center is now located. The town's initial importance was created by the order of the Teutonic Knights, who built their first wooden castle there. Later, the town became a member of the Hanse trade organization, and very interesting is the fact that the Silk Road ended near Elbing at the early settlement called Trousseau. Therefore, the image of the old town that always came to my mind when listening to talks of my family and friends was fascinating and very exciting. The old town was completely destroyed during the attack by the Red Army. It burned out. Only a few, very few houses remained.
gesamte Altstadt bis auf wenige, ganz wenige Häuser, sogar die
Even the cathedral St. Nikolai was severely damaged. Of course, for a long time, the reconstruction was not possible, so that my parents' house, which had as well completely burned out, could only be reconstructed from its former basement in the Renaissance style in 2008. It now became the designer hotel Pod Levem. In 1977, my parents, my older sister Elisabeth, and myself traveled back to our homeland for the first time. Where formerly the old city of Elbing had been, there was now lasting emptiness, like a wide field, only showing the basic wall structures of the former houses. I was deeply shocked. Therefore, I created Transformation, the woodcut pointing at the high steeple of St. Nikolai Cathedral that had been reconstructed. With this first woodcut pertaining to my hometown, I wanted to set a sign of hope, a memento for those people who achieved the new beginning. As a 5-year-old, I escaped from Elbing like so many thousands, that is, from the station square. The same year, at the end of the war, innumerable Polish people arrived there who had been expelled from Lithuania and southeast Poland, and last year, after the beginning of the war in the Ukraine, many thousand Ukrainian refugees arrived at this station square, which from the historical point of view has over the time experienced notable occurrences. Then I went to the TAM company in Bonn to have the possibilities being examined how my woodcut could be transformed into an art installation for public space. Of course, by now a technical development had taken place that worked as a great help. That is, the digital photography could be converted into a large-size replique on alu-debond material. Finally, the enlarged print being stabilized by a refined steel frame.
Und das Ganze in Vergrößerung natürlich dann auch mit einem Edelstahlrahmen gefasst. 2019 reiste ich nach Elblang.
In 2019, I traveled to Elblang to find a partner for my offer and also to start looking for a space. But only in 2021 I could continue with Galeria L as my cooperational partner, since during the years of Corona everything was left to itself. In 2022, a project sponsorship by the state of North Rhine-Westphalia became a considerable support so that I could pick up my project again. In August 2022, I traveled to Elblang to decide on the space and come to agreements with the authorities, because Galeria L had proved a great partner in supporting the project on the whole and in a wonderful way, through their director Emilia Olszewska and the artist Viktor Piskorz. Elblang Station Square was suggested by Viktor Piskorz because it was known that I had escaped from there as a child.
Weil das bekannt war, dass ich als Kind von dort geflohen war.
Thus, my biographical background was added to it. Yes, why the angel? When I was 14 or 15 years old, I felt strongly that I had to do something for peace in our world. It was a kind of inner assignment after having personally suffered from post-war poverty and hardship. Therefore, this aim has always been present within me. It had to be realized one day.
Musste irgendwann erfüllt werden.
On April the 22nd, 2023, the festive unveilment of the angel took place in front of about 200 guests. The director of the Cultural Authority, Mr. Adam Jotsch, welcomed us all, and then the speeches were held by the city's president, Mr. Witold Wroblewski, the vice consul of the German General Consulate in Gdansk, Mrs. Birgit von Hellfeld, and by myself.
Spotkaliśmy się tutaj dzisiaj po to, aby dokonać uroczystego odsłonięcia instalacji obrazu pod nazwą Anioł nad Elblągiem, przekazanego w darze dla miasta przez artystkę panią Luise Salden.
Adam Jotsch. Today we have come here together festively to unveil the picture Angel Above Elbląg, which was given to the city by the artist Luise Salden.
Als Geschenk bekommen hat.
Witold Wroblewski. I am very happy that we can meet here today. The Elblag family is steadily growing. Luise Salden is an artist, as we know, and expresses her feelings and perceptions in an artistic way, and therefore makes them visible to many people. I am very grateful to Luise Salden for her initiative. It was her initiative to give this picture to the city of Elblag as her present, and also her idea to place it at the station square. That is a reproduction of that picture. In this now and forever Polish city, a beautiful gesture of friendship and connectedness between today's inhabitants and the former German citizens has been achieved to be shown to the world. Those former citizens still nourish a mere humane and natural relationship with the town of their birth and the place where their parents and grandparents had lived, worked and loved. I feel grateful towards the city of Elblag, for it has given safe conduct to the Angel of Peace, so that it is now standing in front of Elblag station to radiate its message of blessings for us all. Peace, reconciliation, protection, blessings, love is the message of the Angel Above Elblag, which today, at this moment, I am handing over to the city of my birth with love. The Free Theatre Group 3.1 from Jeonju performed a pantomime especially created for the occasion. Its title being Escape, with music composed for it that was very touching. With the artwork Angel Above Elblag Elbing, it is possible to open the colored woodcut to a new public perception. May it unfold its manifold peacemaking effect for the people of this city.